Adam.
Thank you, Madam Chair. It's a real pleasure to serve under your chairmanship, Mrs. Weir-Hobhouse, and can I thank my honourable friend from Measham and Devices, who cut his teeth in the continent and the country I was born in, Malawi. So thank you for bringing this very important debate. Madam Chair, we are seeing, in my opinion, the dismantling of the world order that we created. And we are standing at crossroads, I sincerely believe this, not just of policy, but of principle. Long-standingly, the United Kingdom has prided itself on punching above its weight, not just militarily, but with moral leadership. Although sometimes I must address the point made by my previous member who spoke when Tony Blair, the hard left, said Putin should have a seat at the table and gave him a silver pair of 10 Downing Street cufflinks. But with our moral leadership, through decades of smart, targeted overseas aid, we have saved lives and shaped the world in our image, an image that is just, that is resilient, and that is humane. This decision that we have made to cut overseas aid by £6 billion is lowering our commitment to its smallest share in 25 years. It doesn't just betray the world's most vulnerable, it betrays us, it betrays who we are and what we actually stand for. But let's be clear, this is not just about generosity. We all know this. This is about foresight. I am an optometrist. This is extremely myopic. It is about security in the long term for us. It is about stability. It is about recognizing that the surest way to keep disease, conflict, and extremism from reaching our shores is to invest in its prevention, not react in panic. Cutting aid while increasing, in my opinion, defence spending is putting the cart before the horse. How can we talk about protecting our nation while we tear down the very programmes that prevent wars, contain pandemics? Have we forgotten COVID already? And stabilises fragile regions. These cuts are not just numbers on a spreadsheet. These are unprotected lives, children's, who are unvaccinated, and their futures will be erased. Over the past 4 years, our support, for example, Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, has helped immunise 1 billion children. Now that we are reducing these funds, we risk reversing decades of progress. Measles, polio, typhoid, these are not diseases of the past. They are clawing their way back, and our retreat invites them in. We've seen what our aid can do. In just 2 years, the REACH initiative helped boost immunisation in conflict zones from 16% to 96%, reaching over 9 million children. Are we now to abandon these children in the name of sharpening focus? The UK's aid has helped provide antiretroviral therapy to 23 million people, distributed 133 million malaria nets, and educated, as mentioned by Honourable Member for Norwich, over 1 million girls in the world's hardest places. And are we about to gut this system to meet a political target, to mimic a short-sighted policy from across the Atlantic? Aid fosters growth over time. Since 1960, the IDA, the International Development Association, has helped 36 countries through loans and grants. 19 of these countries have seen economic development to such a degree that they now give money to the IDA rather than receive it. And let's not kid ourselves, this isn't about leadership. This looks to me like retreat. Because whilst we are following the USA in gutting aid programs may seem politically expedient, it's morally bankrupt and strategically reckless. This policy will stoke the very fires we seek to extinguish: displacement, disease, and extremism, and send their embers across the globe. And what of our standing on the world stage? Are we prepared to go from aid superpower to spectator, to shrug while global poverty, education, and health collapses under the weight of our absence? When we pull back, authoritarian regimes are, as we speak, fill the void with their influence, their ideologies, and their terms. I believe we should increase our investment in global health security, not scale it back. Our aid was not charity in a world still reeling from COVID and now facing new diseases outbreaks. It was, in fact, an insurance policy against global collapse. This is not a time for retreat. It is a time to lead. to lead with compassion, with clarity and with courage. We must not allow short-term politics to cause long-term catastrophe. We must restore our commitment to 0.7 of GNI, reassert our leadership in education particularly, global health and crisis response, and protect not just lives overseas, but also the future of our nation and the values we claim to defend. We are not just donors, we are architects of a safer, more stable world. Let us not dismantle what we have built.